This is the entrance to the killing floor of the cave spider farm. In this farm, you can of course use your loading sword or sweeping edge, and you can get a lot of XP. It's a very reliable farm where you can obtain a lot of XP. And this video is going to be describing how you can make this farm. For demonstration purposes, you can see this one spawner there, and there's a second spawner there, and then there's a final spawner there. And for showcasing how these are built, the first one is here with a 9x9 as well as a height of 3 and then 2 down from the spawner. And it is to maximize the spawn rate of each cave spider inside the farm. And there's a flow coming in, down into the 1x1 funnel. You want to make sure that the water flowing does not go just to the edge, that there's always a little bit of room for them to go. Otherwise they can get stuck into the corner and it will be a lot more slower for the spiders to start flowing. And using fence gates is very useful for this. And is proven to be consistent for making this 1x1 funnel by making so that it's only a 2x2 going downwards. There's also an issue of the spiders getting stuck, so you want to make sure that there's a fence gate system over here where there's a 2x2 going away from the wall so that the spiders will come towards here and they will fall down. So far it has proven that they do not get stuck into the middle portion, so you're pretty safe to do that. It might be a little expensive on the wood side, but wood is easy to collect. And since the farms are way more freeform based on the location of the spawners, you may end up having to make a design like this, where the spawners actually connect into a single piece, and it may have to be designed so that there's a extra flow going downwards into the ultimate design of this. So be sure to experiment how you're going to be making these, as the flow rate can also be differing from both designs, and you may end up being with a different design altogether. As for making the flow system for the spiders to go through, you will want to make sure that you're not using too long of flows. You should maximize it at about 4 to 5 blocks per flow, and using just 2 is good enough. This easy design if using iron gates is very simple. You place a iron bar there, an iron bar there, and then a water flow there, and you start going up. This makes sure that they're always fast and going up towards your killing floor. Because of this design, you may want to make sure that the spiders dropping down are also dropping down in the spawn room way more earlier, because making them go down is much more difficult than making them go up. Another piece for this is going to be the soul sand, where they drop down and start going up. And it's useful for the corner pieces as they are more reliable for going up and into the direction that you want. You can also use iron bars or glass panes for this purpose, but they have proven to be less consistent. For connecting these farms, you are also suggested to use this soul sand method, where you want to make sure that they are always at a similar length. Then there's 3 blocks and also 3 blocks, and they are connected to this one, and then they are going up. And then for the final part, you want to make sure that it's connected to this. And then the design of this final part is made that there's a wall over here, wall over here, wall over here, and then there's iron bars at the top and bottom, and then it's supported by the blocks over there. The iron bars make sure that you are nearly never going to get hit by the spiders on the side. it has proven to be rare that they end up hitting you with this design. The XP is also reliably going to be flowing through because of this design. And the spiders will also get stuck and never going to get free. For the collection system, I'm using a hopper system with a minecart, and it has proven to be consistent, because if you are going to use hoppers up the top over there, you will of course make some of the XP stuck. So this collection is going to be more consistent than that. Because the minecarts can get stuck on the other side of the wall, you want to make sure that they are not in these blocks, otherwise they will get stuck with there. So you want to make sure that they're either on the sides or up top when you're using like redstone blocks or other kinds of blocks. While the minecart is collecting these, you will also follow them to the chest system. You may want to use a system where the chests are made into this type of direction, going into the double chest, so that it feeds in a lot more faster compared to the other design. So otherwise the materials can have a harder time connecting. So to demonstrate the system, I will now turn it on, and the spiders will start flowing in. As you can see, spiders are reliably coming into the farm, not getting stuck. And they will finally come back into the farm. And it has proven that there's going to be a lot of spiders, and it may cause lag if you end up doing this farm. So how would you start doing this farm? You want to make sure that when you're designing the farm, you want to make sure that the spawners in the killing room are at a good distance, so that you want to make more open space while opening the spawners, and then design the area. This white area here, for example, is going to be the spawner room, where you're free to move, so that every single spawner is going to be active. If you're going to be going out away from the spawn, you may end up actually having issues with that. So you want to design it so that it's always active when you're inside the killing floor. If you have any kind of like things that you want to do at the same time, such as making an enchantment table on the other side, or something else that could be useful. Finding cave spider spawners can be pretty easy to do, but finding multiple of them can prove to be pretty difficult. So when you're finding these cave spider spawners, when you find one spawner inside the area, you will want to make sure that there's also multiple other ones in the area. So be sure to look for a lot of cobweb, mark the spot that you find your first cave spider, and look for anything on the nearby location, and if you end up finding something near, you may want to use that. A single cave spider spawner is not as effective as compared to the other spawners, so you want to make sure that you're always finding a good enough location for multiple spawners. You may have to end up using multiple hours, days or such for finding a perfect location for a spider spawner. Here's one cave spider spotter, and as you can see, there's two spotters very nearby, one over there and a second one over here. And as it doesn't seem like there's any more, there might be something on the bottom. You want to look carefully around every single place that you can get the maximized results. But seems like if there's no more nearby, you can just use your cave spider spawners that you find and just start using them. You want to clean out the entire area and make sure that there's a good enough design. So, I hope this helps, and good luck with your farms.